energy facility. One of them was the new water plant, where treated used water is recycled into an ultra-clean, reclaimed water that cohesion within Singapore supply of potable water, moving the country toward a true sustainability. That was an impressive and unforgettable tour, and I am personally delighted to be here again, experiencing the first-hand what Singapore had to offer in terms of advanced technology to accelerate energy transitions. Today, I would like to discuss the energy transformation in Abu Dhabi, the capital of United Arab Emirates. Abu Dhabi is committed on pioneering the paradigm shift toward renewable and clean forms of energy. This was one of the key factors in establishment of Department of Energy that I chair. The creation of Department of Energy was marked by separation of the regulatory services and the service provision aspect to drive efficiencies, governance, and a greater accountability on the sector. With mandate to drive a sectorial change toward a new form of clean renewable energy, DOE is active in transforming Abu Dhabi energy sector. The energy transformation in Abu Dhabi had dramatically changed our energy profile in just a few years ago. Over the past 40 years, the UAE capital has undergone a rapid economic transformation, empowered mainly by an abundant availability of fossil fuel and progressive economic vision for the post-oil era. With the energy used in Abu Dhabi having more than doubled over the past decade and projected to increase by 1.4% each year until 2035 due to population rise and economic growth, we recognize the need to transition our energy system toward a sustainable future and to enhance energy efficiency, rationalization, consumptions. To maximize the benefit from the transitions, we've considered our own interest. We examine risks and opportunity and challenges. Our approach is outlined clearly in the UAE Energy Strategy 2050. The UAE first unified energy strategy based on supply and demand. It was launched in 2017. The strategy aimed to increase the contribution of clean energy on a total energy mix up to 50% by 2050 and reduce the carbon footprint power generation by 70% at that year. At the same time, increase the consumption efficiency by 40%. In meeting these goals, the strategy aimed to save a total of $190 billion over the next 3 decades. Now, we still remain as a major oil and gas supplier. That's true for the international system. However, this has not slowed the pace of our transition to a clean and renewable energy sources. And by all means, our energy transition had accelerated over the past few years with a key development to promote the nation's nuclear and solar capacity. For example, the Marar nuclear plant, currently under construction in Abu Dhabi region of Abu Dhabi, is expected to bring a total of 5.6 gigawatts of clean energy to Abu Dhabi power mix and offset more than 21 million tons of greenhouse emission per year when fully operational. This year we've launched Abu Dhabi's flagship company called Noor Abu Dhabi Solar PV Plant, one of the world's largest solar PV plant at a capacity of 1.177 megawatt installed capacity through a 3.2 million solar panel that have delivered about 3.6% of the whole nation energy requirement. We've also introduced a virtual battery plant in January of this year, the world's largest grid-scale advanced battery energy storage facility with 108 megawatt sodium-sulfur batteries with over 6 hours of energy storage capacity, 10 different locations within Abu Dhabi. Another strategic priority for us is water security. The UAE embarked on ambitious water security strategy 2036 to reduce the total demand of water resources by 21% and increase the reuse of treated water up to 95%. In Abu Dhabi, we've set target to minimize the water losses to be less than 10%, reduce indoor and outdoor water use intensity to 12%, and increase the use of recycled water to 100% by 2030. Over the past few years, we've capitalized on reverse osmosis, RO, as preferred and most cost-effective technology for the water desalination. Just last year, Abu Dhabi unveiled a bid for a mega water desalination project at Al Awaidha Power and Water Complex with an RO capacity of a 200 million barrel gallon per day. This project would raise Abu Dhabi desalination water by RO from 13% in 2018 up to 30% in 2022. Also in January 2018, Abu Dhabi completed the construction of Liwa Aquifer, the world's largest reserve of 26 million cubic meters of high-quality desalinated water. This project is sufficient to store a 5.6 billion gallon of water. In terms of use, it's enough to provide 180 liters of drinkable water to 1 million people for up to 90 days. Furthermore, Masdar, as an Abu Dhabi's flagship multi-billion-dollar company focused on renewables and alternative energy and clean technology, has launched a renewable energy desalination program, which are expected to be up to 75% more energy efficient than the current use of thermal desalination technology, and capable of delivering an annual energy saving up to $550 million. Another key highlight of our water security effort is awareness raising water demand management. We have recently launched Abu Dhabi Demand Side Management and Energy Consumption Rationalization Strategy 2030. It features 9 core programs, including district cooling, efficient water use, and water reuse, and rebate and awareness program as well. The 9 programs have high potential to reduce water consumption by 32% and energy consumption by 22% by 2030. Now, improving energy efficiency will bring a significant value to Abu Dhabi by reducing the need for new infrastructure, reducing the natural gas and gas oil consumption, and better utilizing of existing services and resources. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that Abu Dhabi and Singapore share share a significant clean energy synergy. Therefore, we remain interested in Singapore energy efficiency solutions. We know the country's successful experience in advancing technology to optimize water and electricity production. We've seen a successful on water story this morning. I was amazed of how far they will have been advanced on the water use on every single drop of water. We welcome opportunity for future benchmarking and partnership on this regard. In addition, one of our key strategic goals to Department of Energy is to set a foundation for sectorial improvement to accelerate Abu Dhabi's energy strategy. To support this, Abu Dhabi is committed to investing on research and development and innovation to advance our energy sector. With this in mind, we welcome cooperation and collaboration opportunity on research and development and innovation with the stakeholders from Singapore energy sector. As our country scale up its renewable energy provision, investment in the clean energy sector will witness significant growth over the next 10 to 20 years. Already, Abu Dhabi government's investment into the renewable energy sector has hit a $2.17 billion US. And as part of UAE strategy, Energy Strategy 2050, the UAE have announced a plan to invest a total of $163 billion US as well. Those projects will actually help on meeting the target of shifting our energy mix to become from renewable or clean resources by 2050. It's clear that Abu Dhabi and UAE general boost an attractive investment landscape, which we encourage all our stakeholders in Singapore to explore and benefit from. The Abu Dhabi Department of Energy stand to meet all of the energy sector operation to establish a viable roadmap that can lead us to a brighter and greater tomorrow with a sustainable energy for all. We believe that by working together, we can make global goals much more attainable. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Excellency.